Football League. And with the drum beating, the crowd has begun its battle cry here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs.
2026 Kansas City Chiefs.
Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Gonna be a cold one. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a...
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So even though they're going to coach hard off of, they're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. You know, so they don't connect here, Mike, but I kind of like the early message because now as a defense, they have to understand that even if we have this guy covered, one of the best players in the entire league, this quarterback's going to continue to give him a chance at the ball. So not only do we have to cover him, we have to contest and make a play on every throw.
And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down. And two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and back catch.
A fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Wilson 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's his on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Third and long. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. We've seen a couple of punts so far to start this game out, so they'll try it again in this scoreless game with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Phelan Spector on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
So when we went to their practice earlier in the week, Mike, we saw them. They spent a lot of time with these RPO looks, and it looked a lot better in practice than it did right there, but they're going to come back to it. They have a lot of faith in that element of their offense.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
A little bit of a risky decision for Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and we're going to keep this drive alive. Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. For Mahomes. Got a man downfield. It's Tony. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
1st down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Man in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Side is Brown. He's got it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Up front, and that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee.
Still 3rd down.
So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, KC. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Bengals nothing.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. One just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Bengals.
A first catch there for Chase. And he's got a first down to go with him.
First down, Cincinnati.
A run over center with Moss. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. The next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He takes off.
The quarterback on the scramble. Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now, Burrow. He'll try to set up the screen with Moss. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no game.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here comes Smith on the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Play action here. Mahomes to the left side. Tossed by Kelsey. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds.
down.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
Holmes fakes the give and keeps it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Mahomes now on second down. They'll send the screen to Pacheco. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. Here's the punter now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Throw, Burrow. That's to the rookie out of Texas, Gunnar Helm. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play, and a Bengal first down.
A first down throw for Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
13 yards on
Call it
the play.
a gain of 13. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bengals.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action for Burrow. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cincinnati.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. They begin with a 3rd down and 3. Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
Here's a designed run. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the
I don't mind the play call, Mike. We've seen him on this possession have a lot of success through the air. So now you try to change it up and think the defense is selling out to stop the pass. Just try to sneak a draw in there. Not much luck. They're able to take you down for a loss.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Complete to number 15. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
2nd and inches. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Burrow. 2.
Complete to number 88. A gain of 5. Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the 1, second and goal. Moss is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and through. And the Bengals will level things out at 7 apiece. We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Wanwu, now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 2. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Moss. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. He'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. Now, Burrow. Short throw caught by Sample. And he the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
And a Bengal first down.
On the ground, this is Moss. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The 38-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Burrow. A quick slant taken by Chase. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Start on the ground with Pacheco. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. I mean, he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
On comes the Chiefs punter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and it's come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Burrow. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A pickup there of 13. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Moss. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
That's another
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Mike, anytime you're facing man coverage, there's 3 components. 1, the release. You got to get off the line and get into your route. Number 2, creating separation at the top of the break. And then number 3, no matter where the ball is thrown, just go attack it. This is exactly how it's supposed to be done.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Burrow now. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now, Burrow. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Third down and 10.
Throwing is Burrow. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Zach Taylor will turn to his field goal unit. This from 34 yards. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. A first down throw for Mahomes. In the middle, he's got Kelsey. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. And in motion is Brown. On second down, Mahomes. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Mahomes now to throw again. Now he'll run it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
They put Kelsey in motion. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
So throughout the course of the game now, we've seen this big tight end really have his way with the defense, but I think now after that play, the big hit, the forced incompletion, at least now there's a message being sent. As he gets back in the huddle, he's going to get a lot more opportunities, but just know there's going to be contact every time that ball's thrown your way.
That is caught at the 3, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Chiefs 14.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
35-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Burrow. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. First down throw for Burrow. He'll find Gesicki over the middle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
First down.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that. They're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Higgins sent in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action for Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Now, Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. Going to take this up to the 17-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
22-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's Pacheco. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
35-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. And you get a sense that in a really tight game like this, it's that one play that's going to tip the scales either way. So they come out swinging for the deep one on that one. They can't quite link up, but keep swinging. Keep generating those chunk plays, because typically in the NFL, chunk plays equal points.
Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Butker now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Chiefs move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
17.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. He'll try to set up the screen with Moss. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
39-yard line.
Gesicki, the man in motion. There's a run out of the gun with Moss. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
Intended for number 16. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Burrow to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think 1st down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's over the middle. Complete to Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
So they're playing cover 2 man, Mike, so every underneath defender has to play inside leverage technique. That's the way they teach you. Play trail, be under the receiver, force that ball to be thrown deep up over your head. But his ball placement was on point, and that defender's just unable to make the play.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, KC.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we Jun game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Yeah, so you can see the screenplay. The timing was just out of whack from the jump. So the key is, Mike, the running back has to stay in phase with his offensive line. If one of them gets out too fast or too slow, the back and the blocking don't marry up. And you see that's why he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, KC. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now Butker to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Bengals 17.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A run with Moss to begin the drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Back to throw, Burrow. And he let him a bit too much. And the pass is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
This is 3rd and 6. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. He'll give up the middle to Moss. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
At the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Burrow. Taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action for Burrow. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
10. Here's Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
5. Now, Burrow. They'll try to set up the screen here. On the move, past the 40. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That screen goes for 12. And that's a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll run it out of the gun with Moss. And the Bengals are going to be set up 1st and goal. Strong running brings them to the 9.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They bring Chase in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now, Burrow. This one caught at the 4.
Complete to number 31. A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Burrow. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
Burrow's pass. Complete to number 31.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. With a run by Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
At the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. He gets free. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball game.
The
Here's
kicker
Butker
on
now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Bengals 20.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Burrow now to throw on first down. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
16, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
3rd and 7. Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. 12 yards on that hookup. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
We'll send a tight end in motion right. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top.
Still first down.
Burrow. That one is caught. It's Hudson.
Burrow's pass complete to number 87. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
To throw is Burrow. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Burrow to throw. taken in, and he's going to have a Bengals first down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on 4th and long.
First down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Complete to number 1. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
2nd and inches. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
Back to throw. Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Now, 2nd and 4. Burrow now. This one complete to Higgins. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. First and goal coming up.
First and goal.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the first down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so...
And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Bengals. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
27.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here comes Prince with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. On first down, it's Mahomes. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A give here to Pacheco. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Second down, they need 3. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.